What if I told you that I know who's playing in the 2026 World Series? Like what, those people, they're like, I'm from the future. I am from the future in this instance, and I know who's playing in the 2026 World Series. I know who's winning the 2026 World Series, and I'm going to tell you right now in this podcast. This is a Hold My Ball podcast. Cue the intro. Let's talk about this. Welcome to the Hold My Ball podcast. If you just listened to the first 8 seconds of me talking before the intro, I know what you're thinking. This guy doesn't know. How does he know? I just know. Sometimes I just know, and right now I just know, and I'm just telling you guys. I know who the World Series contenders are. I know who's going to win the World Series. I know the two teams are going to be in it. I said it before this season even started, which is crazy. And it's looking that way. There's 4 teams right now that are approaching 50 wins. The Dodgers, the Brewers, the Braves, and the Yankees. Yankees got 46. What do the Brewers have? 47. Braves are at 48. The Dodgers are at 49. Dodgers will get there first. They're going to win tomorrow against Minnesota, or today, actually. Getting to 50 wins first doesn't matter. Do you guys think the Dodgers are going to get to 100 wins this year? I think one of two things is going to happen. They're either going to get to 100 wins or they're not going to be close. Like they're going to have like 90. I think they have one of two like streaks coming in the second half, and it's either we're going to lose, 12 out of 15 somehow, or they're going to win 25 out of 30. I think that's what's going to happen to them. So if I had to pick one of those streaks, I would go with the 25 out of 30. Just so many vets, so many champions, so many back-to-back champions. They just operate on a different level, and the regular season is different for them than it is for everybody else. Brewers, as always, great brand of baseball. My favorite brand of baseball is probably the Brewers. Not a bunch of superstars, just a bunch of dudes that show up. They call them the glue guys. Glue guys. They show up and play baseball the right way. The Brewers play baseball the right way. To me, I love that team. I love watching them play. They got the Miz out there doing his thing. He's obviously very entertaining, very good. The Braves, they're good. They're what everybody expected, which is just a very good baseball team. The Braves are good. They're good. I don't see anybody else here. Let me tell you what the World Series matchup is going to be, and then I'll explain who the winner is going to be. I said it before the season. I'm going to say it again now. It's going to be Dodgers and Yankees. That's what it's going to be. Everything's going to line up to where you can't have a strike. You can't have a lockout. You can't have money issues. It's going to line up to where, again, the Dodgers and the Yankees, the two biggest markets, the two biggest teams, they are going to play in the World Series. I'm telling you right now. And it's going to be incredible. And people are going to go, you can't have a lockout. Baseball is at its peak. It's at its peak right now. Does anybody want to see that other than Dodger and Yankee fans? Absolutely not. Nobody wants to see that. But people will tune in just like they did in 24. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the Yankees and the Dodgers. And that's not because I think, both of them are in first place. Both of them have a bunch of... the Yankees are going to figure it out this year, I think. They have in streaks. They've looked really good. Sometimes they don't look good at all. But they're going to figure it out. They're going to get a little stronger somehow, I think, at the deadline. And I think Boone is in a very similar seat as Dave Roberts was a couple of years ago, where it's like you're starting to get to that World Series or bust. And I know he's in a different situation. Like they just want to hang on to Boone no matter how good or bad he seems to be doing. He's their guy. So maybe he's not in that boat, but there certainly has to be some kind of internal, and by internal, I mean just for Boone. Like, I got to win one sooner or later, huh? You got to win one sooner or later. I mean, I get it. The Yankee fans are I mean, they've been, for a team that talks about all their World Series, they've been blue-balled for like 20 years. No wonder they're all so pissed off all the time. The Tampa Bay Rays, another team I really like, I just don't see them winning a World Series. I don't see it. I don't think like last year when we saw the Blue Jays and they showed up and they did what they did. They played incredibly well. I mean, as good as you can play for the last 4 weeks of the season. They played good, obviously. They got themselves to the World Series. But I just don't see a team like that doing it this year. I see a couple juggernauts. I see the Dodgers doing what they do. I see the Yankees getting there. I don't see like a surprise World Series matchup. Not at all. The thing with the Yankees, they're 11-12 against teams that are above 500, which is crazy because it's like, who the hell are they playing? They're the only team in the whole league they've played 23 games against teams that are better than 500. The AL just sucks, I think. The AL, I think, sucks. What have the Dodgers done? Teams above 500. The Dodgers have played 43? They played 43 games against teams above 500. The Yankees have played 23. Brewers have played 47. Cubs have played 44. Who are the Yankees playing? Yeah, it was crazy. Yankees have a plus 112 run differential. Dodgers have plus 133, best in the league. Brewers right behind them with 119. Braves plus 97. This is the biggest thing to me. The run differential is the biggest thing to me. Here's why I say the Rays. I don't see it with the Rays. They're 43-31, and they have a plus 8 run differential. That's not going to cut it. I said this a month and a half, maybe close to 2 months ago with the Padres. I said, I don't care if they're in first place for the day. They have like a plus 2 run differential that you don't win games in the 8th, 9th, and 10th inning, and you don't come back constantly all season long. They had a good streak, and now they are what they are, which is 10 games back. They're 39-37. They were in first place not too long ago. Your run differential is everything. It can be skewed, obviously, by some blowouts, but if you have a seriously high run differential, you're a very good baseball team. Dodgers have it. Obviously, that just means you can pitch and hit. Or one of them is extremely exceptional, and it's usually the offense, because when you have a high run differential, it's likely not because your pitching staff just doesn't let people score runs. It's usually because you rake. And you have games where you outscore somebody by 10, and yeah, it adds to that, obviously. But if you have a team that consistently outscores somebody by 10, I don't mean consistently like, oh, we win by 10, that's our average margin. I mean like once every now and then. Like when you see that they won by 10, it's not a surprise. Yankees win by 10, it's not really a surprise. Dodgers by 10, not a huge surprise. I'll tell you who I like. The Phillies. I love the Phillies. I love that Mattingly came over there and turned that ship around the way he did. I think it's incredible. This is what I got for the World Series. I have the Phillies losing again, late to the Dodgers. A bummer. But I don't think they're going to get by the Dodgers. Dodgers are going to the World Series. Yankees are going to the World Series. And the Dodgers are going to three-peat. I know nobody wants to hear that except for Dodger fans, but look at what they're doing, and they're not healthy. They don't have anybody. I mean, they got all kinds of people, don't get me wrong. They don't have Kike. They just got Edman back, and he's already raking. Of course he is. Max Muncy is one of the best hitters in the league this year. He's huge. He's huge for the Dodgers. They got Ohtani. They got all the guys. But they don't have Snell. They don't have Glasnow. This team, if and when they get healthy by the end of the season like they always do, nobody's beating them. It's going to be Yankees, Dodgers, and it's going to be Dodgers in 6. I hate to tell you. And it might go 7 just for the storyline. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. But I'm telling you right now, New York, Dodgers, 6 or 7. Dodgers in 6 or 7. It's going to be incredible ratings. It's going to be incredible money because you got Judge and Ohtani. You got LA and New York. There's going to be so much money involved that they're going to go, we can't have a lockout. Can't have a lockout. It's all going to come down to money. And speaking of the lockout, this whole BS with you can't get drafted out of high school anymore. You got to play 3 years of college. It's stupid. And you know what's going to happen? It's so dumb. You know what's going to happen? The same thing that's happening now, but in reverse. People are holding themselves back. So they're a 19-year-old senior about to turn 20. So they're already better and they can get drafted and they can do their thing. It's just going to go in reverse. A bunch of Bryce Harpers are going to start popping up. They're going to graduate high school at 16 early, and then so they can go to college and be 19 when they're done. This pipeline dream, and I only say a pipeline dream because the percentage is so small that make it to the big leagues. And I'm not just talking draft and all that. It controls so much that I'm telling you right now, kids are going to start graduating at 16, fast tracking high school, going to college so they can become a professional baseball player. And the sucky thing about that is it only benefits the pockets of the MLB. It benefits the pockets of the MLB and the owners and everyone else. They're basically just like, hey, college, you guys go ahead and pay these guys to develop. We don't want to do it anymore. And that's just BS, dude. It's such BS. That's crazy. But I don't think that's the way it's going to go. But if they knock the draft down, take 7 to 10 rounds off or whatever they want to do, if they force guys to be college guys before they get drafted, like, it's going to be a shame. It's going to be a real shame. The only thing that could possibly ruin baseball is money. And it is currently doing that. And that's the only thing that could ruin it is the money. And there's so much friggin' money on both sides of the table here. The owners have money. The players are getting paid at disgusting amounts. Disgusting amounts. And they should. I think they should. I want the players to get paid all that money. But if money ruins this for the fans and the players, obviously, and whatever, but it's just going to be a bummer when you're talking about that much money for all these people. And if the fans don't get baseball because of that, it's going to be a sad day. If they miss one game due to a lockout, it's going to be a sad day for baseball, I think. There's more money in it than there's ever been. It's on the up. It has been for several years. Baseball is as good as it's been. It'd be a real shame to watch a bunch of rich people screw that one up. But what do we expect? Let's be honest. What do we expect? This is the Hold My Ball podcast, guys. Thanks for listening. I'm your host, Jake Savicki. As always, like, share, subscribe. Do all the things that don't cost you any money, please. I don't want your money. Just want your ears and your eyes and your shares and your likes and your clicks and your friendship. Let me know in the comments. Who do you got for the World Series? Who's the matchup and who's winning and how many games? Let me know. If you've made it this far, let me know your World Series prediction. I want American League representative, National League representative. I want the winner, and I want how many games they're going to win it in. Thank you, guys. I love you. I'll catch you on the next episode.